Alrighty, well, welcome to our super smiley sensational Saturday team call. So moving forward, we'll have this call 7 a.m. Queensland time every Saturday, and it's just a way that we can connect. Now, there's a reason why this call is on Saturday morning, and it's really important when you're in a business. You need to get into a rhythm, a weekly and a monthly rhythm. Everything comes down to cycles and rhythms. So with DTI or DreamTrips International, our week closes on Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock Queensland time. So what the heck does that mean? For our weekly cycle pay, when you start building your two teams, your left and your right, those cycles close off on Friday afternoon, the week resets. So right now, our Saturday morning for us Aussies and Kiwis, that's the beginning of a new week. So, and you know, for our global team, obviously it's time frame for you guys, it's going to be Friday night. It's now a new week. So it's like we've got a clean slate. So on that, I just want to quickly recognize we had 3 Aussies in our top 10 global recruiters yesterday. So coming in on space number 10 was the beautiful, amazing Kerry Fitzpatrick. And Keza, you've been my bestie for a long time, and I was so freaking excited when I saw your name recognized as number 10. I was number 9, go me. And Jeff Ross here, he was number 7 on our top 10 global recruiters. That's out of every single person in the whole world. So really, really so proud of you, buddy. It was just so awesome to see both of you recognized on that top 10. And so guys, now it's a clean slate, and anyone can be on that top 10 global recruiters next week. So instead of having spots 10, 9, and 7, let's see if we can jump to the other side and have, you know, let's clean up. Let's just take all 10 spots, because we can totally do that, right? How amazing would that be to just have Aussie, 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 Aussie. So very excited about that. I've actually been personally placing people under my mum, not me. So it'll be interesting if my mum gets on the top 10 next week. I'll be popping it on Facebook, and my mum will be like, I haven't recruited anyone. How the heck did that happen?
Got to drag her out of retirement just to get the pedestal.
I know, right? I'll tag her, actually. I'll go, congratulations, mum. You're like, yeah. She'll be like, we better set up your e-wallet because you're going to start making some money. And guys, that's the beautiful thing with this $1 promo, right? And I now just want to kind of digress into placement. So you have 2 teams, you've got a left and a right. And to unlock the comp plan, we basically need 10 personals, but we need 2 left, 2 right to unlock the matrix. And that's really important. So your first 2 people that you personally sign, it doesn't matter what team they are, left or right, just your first 2. Once you've got your 3rd person ready to sign up, you need to go into your back office to settings, and you need to change it from whatever it is to the other side. So if it's currently on left, switch it to right, or vice versa for your next 2 people, because then you'll have 2 left, 2 right. And that opens up the first 4 levels of your matrix. So that's really important. Now, if you're not sure how to do that, that's okay. If you've joined 2 people, when you've got your 3rd person ready, reach out to your leader, whoever that person is, and then we'll help you to be able to do that. So that's not an issue. Now, the other thing that we want to talk about with regards to this building your team, and obviously you want to be on the global recruiter, right? Like Mark and Tammy, our owners, they are looking to see who's on that leaderboard because they want to work with leaders. And that's why our team gets so much support. Like Mark messages me and we call nearly every day. He's actually just messaged me and said, hey, what time are you free later today? I want to jump on a call and help you strategize your team and your business. Like that's the owner of the company. But I got that because I was the top recruiter in pre-launch, and obviously our team's rocking it. I'm on the top 10 leaderboard again. So we got to get you guys on that top 10. We want to have all 10 spots if we can for this week. So he's like, that's the team that I want to work with. That's the team that I want to support. And that's the reason that we got our Fraser Island trip, was because we had so many of our team on that board, over the last few months. So with one of the things that I teach is layered leadership. And so what the heck does that mean? So once you've put your 10 in, so me now, I don't need to put any more personals in. And on a $1 promo, you don't make any direct commission or first order business when you sponsor someone for $1. But the matrix for me, it doesn't matter if I personally sponsored them or they're in my team, which is why I'm now building that second spot for my mum so that I can help my mum make residual income, but I'm still going to get the same residual income. So I want you guys to think about that. Like, who are the people that you love? Now, my mum is never going to share this with anyone in the world. She's never going to build this business, but I can build her a passive income so that then she's got a free travel membership. And secondly, and I mean, it's my credit card, like I'm paying for it. But then she's actually going to create a passive income. And, my mum means the world to me. She's helped me so much in my life. And, it's important that I can, support her in that way. I wouldn't have been able to buy my treehouse without her. So, for me, that's one of my ways that I can give back. So who are the important people in your life that once you've got your 10 in, that you can then help other people as well? All right, so that was the first thing I needed to talk about, was placement. Second thing that I want to chat with you guys about, it's the 22nd of April today. We've literally got 8 days left of this promo. And there are people who, look, at the end of the day, guys, it's your life, it's your business. You get to do it your way. But having 30 years in business, I'm telling you, what you do now in this next 8 days is going to be worth 1,000 times what you do after this 8 days. So every one person that you put in now is equivalent to you putting in, 1,000 people after this time frame. It's way easier to sign someone for $1 than it is to bring someone in for, $2, $4, $6, or $1,500, depending on what they choose. And especially for our teams that are building in the islands like the Philippines, Vanuatu, Numia, and so forth, and Bali, we can put a lot of people in for $1. But I can tell you, once this promo is done, you're not going to be able to get those people in because of the cost of entry. Because, like, let's just take Bali, for example. Like, someone in Bali earns $100 a month. That's all they earn. So they need this, and they can probably budget for their first month's fees, but we need to get them in for the $1, and then we need to support them with that first month, but we've got to get their people in. All those islanders are incredible when it comes to network marketing. They are amazing, amazing, amazing networkers, and they're all hungry. They want this because they don't earn much money. I know cost of living's low, but they all want more, and they're so beautiful. So quite often, it's those, and last time with WV, it was those island teams that absolutely exploded. So, and Asians are the same. I don't know what it is about all these other cultures, but they just seem to get it. So I just wanted to really create that urgency around that and really realize that, don't sit on this. Like, I've got one of my best friends, and she's in this, and she needs this more than ever. She needs financial help. She's struggled financially the entire time I've known her, and everybody loves her, and she loves to travel, but she can't because she can't afford it. And she's doing a cleaning job right now, which she absolutely hates, but she has to do that because she can't afford not to. And she's like, done nothing with this. And I just literally want to ring her and punch her through the phone and slap her around and go, will you freaking wake up? Because if you can just focus for 8 days and get your 10 in and plug them into the system, and let's help them get their people. Like, seriously, it could completely change your life, because there are so many people going into our company matrix. We don't know how many overflow we're going to get, but I know the more people that we put in, the more layers we're going to fill up, the quicker. And then we're all going to have an incredible residual income come the 15th of June. But we've got 8 days. So guys, any spare second, like, get rid of TV, get rid of all of the fluffy shit that we do, stop scrolling on social media, get into action, because this is literally a once in a lifetime opportunity. Once in a lifetime. And it's why I've literally, like, I sat down my kids at the beginning of this promo. I said, guys, I'm not going to be able to do anything for 3 weeks. Like, I've just got to be focused. Jeff and I shut down the coaching company, and we're not doing any coaching. So we could just go all in and focus, because we know what this promo can do, not just for us, but for all the people that we bring in. Now, Chris, I'm just going to ask you to just quickly unmute and share on that, because obviously you and I have talked about this a lot. just with the urgency and, you know, what we can create in this next 8 days, babe.
Yeah, that 8 days has come up really fast. It's like super, super fast. I think the thing to be is just excited and cut it back to that 4 major points of join for $1 and the $500 the cruise and the 4 for 1. So we concentrate on that really hard and push the enthusiasm. But it's hard to explain to some people sometimes just to get that. If you can just get that 4 to 10, 15 people at now, that's going to save you like 6 months of growth, because we can do a bang and one big hit. So I think that the way to explain it is that with this promo and the shortage of time that we have now, it's got to be urgent, So now you've got to actually just run around with excitement and say, I've got a fantastic deal. It's $1, get in. You only now have to wait 7 days to see some of the results. So that's the next thing, is just push. Hey, we're almost there. Quickly jump in now. And then we can reassess it in a week's time, because they've already got 10 people come in behind you. Hey, look, let's get in now because there's another 50 people coming. So then at the end of that, you can say, okay, this is where we got to. Now you really, you know, and from the word go, you just got to say, I need 10. Just get 10. We need 10. We need 10.
And in play right away.
And then just push the promo, not the whole business, because there's no time to push the whole business. There's no time to do dream trips. There's no time to do plans and take 2 hours talking to somebody for $1. It's just not worth your time or the effort. So now you just got to cut it, and now you got to be super urgent and say, listen, it's just gone viral. I've got no time. I've got 7 days left. I quickly got to tell as many people as I can. I can't answer all your questions, but this is all you need to know. It's going to cost $1. You can get in and out, and it doesn't matter. It's not going to cost you anything more than $1. So start on the $1. I'll come back to you as soon as this promo is over. But what I need you to do in that time is give me a list of 10 people, and we'll get back together and we'll go and get those 10 people, because that's the speed that you're going to have to go at. And you're going to have to poise up everybody and say, I really love to have you in, but you're taking too much time. I've got to go.
Yeah.
And that fear of loss also will help them say, oh, well, I've got to go, or Chris is going to miss. I'm going to miss the boat of Chris's team.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks, Chris. And the other thing, guys, there's 4 different personality styles. So Chris and I are what we call our reds, or our D styles. So we're very driven, focused, we're leaders, and we're going to go build this to a multi-million-dollar business. And then we've got our blues, which just want to have fun and travel and connect with people. So we want to get them on calls and be part of the community and connect and feel like they're part of the team, but it has to be fun and exciting. And then we've got our greens, or our C styles, who need all of the detail and all the information. So with them, we need to point them to the tools, give them all the detail. The blues, they don't want the detail. They just want to have fun. The reds don't want the fluff. They're just like, give me like 3 bullet points and they'll make a decision. They're in or they're out. And then we have our beautiful yellows, our S styles, and they just want to be part of a community. They want to save the world. They, you know, have huge hearts. They love to help, serve, volunteer, and, you know, we'll have volunteer trips, but they want to be able to help people. So that's like a 2-second version. And Kerry is incredible with the 4 personality styles. So we will get Kerry to do some training on this down the track. But the biggest thing, guys, is that urgency, as Chris said, but also have fun. That's really, really important. Travel is fun. This is the fun club. If it's not fun, well, we're doing it wrong. So yes, there's urgency, but keep it fun and build this with love. Now, just on that, this is the next thing that I want to talk about and really important for some training. So firstly, I just want to acknowledge all of you. I know that you've all been, you know, in action. You've been posting on social media, and it is so great to see the activity. But there's something that I've noticed just in the last 24 hours. And look, I get it, because I feel sick to my stomach that we haven't put in more people, that I can't go, like I want to go faster. Every day, Chris and I have business strategy calls of how can we go faster? What's not working? What are our handbrakes? You know, and we're looking at all of this, not just for us, but for the team. And one of the things that I can tell you, and I'll share a little bit about Jeff's story, is you guys, a lot of you are selling it. Now, people only buy this for one of 2 reasons. They'll buy for pleasure. So they want to travel, it's fun, they want to save, they want to make new friends and the benefits, or they'll buy to avoid pain. Right now, I'm sick to the stomach because, like Kiara, I freaking hate my job. It's destroying my soul, and I'm not appreciated, and I'm stressed to the eyeballs, and every day I just want to cry. Or Chris Cummins, freaking multi-million-dollar business entrepreneur, incredibly successful, but wants to be able to help more people. But more importantly, he needs time. He needs time freedom, or he's probably going to work his way into an ambulance. This is the vehicle for that. I know that there's people on this call, I'm not going to shout out names, who financially are in a really bad place right now. And they freaking need this, because this is a way that they can be free. This is a way they can create even an extra few $100s a month, right? So it's really important when you're sharing this, stop trying to just sell it. And you actually have to be real and raw and vulnerable and authentic, because facts tell, stories sell. Let me say that again. Facts tell, stories sell. So there's a lot of us that a lot of the posts are becoming a little bit spammy. So we have to just, not fire hose people, but we need to share from our hearts. So anytime someone posts a story that's vulnerable. So for example, let me share mine with you. 3 years ago, my husband left after 20 years of marriage, and it was just as COVID hit. So literally overnight, I had no husband, had no car, and all of my clients stopped working with me because of COVID, because they were business consulting clients. So I had no income. And so there I was, broken, going, holy crap, like, what am I going to do? And I was looking for something where I could be a single mum and have time with my kids and be present with them, because to all the single parents out there, or if you've been through separation, like, it's impossible, right, to wear all the hats and do all the things if you've got a full-time job. I don't even know how 2 working parents do it, let alone 1. But financially, all of a sudden, you're trying to live the same life and do all the same things on 1 income and not 2. And I know having a job couldn't help me with that. Now, coaching, I can make a lot of money, but I've also got to do a lot of work because it's not leveraged, because it's 1-to-1. Whereas this allows me to, basically got out of the financial mess that I was in, and able to help me travel and give my kids amazing memories. So, and for me, I was a girl guide. I made a promise to do my best and help other people. And I know with this program, I can help more people, including my friends and my family and all the beautiful people who've come through this group. I can help way more people with this model than any other business model I've seen in my life. And I've pretty much seen them all, and so has Chris. So this is where you have to be real with your people. So when you're reaching out to them, don't do the, hey, do you like travel? I've got this great travel club and it's $1. And once you've been in for 6 months, you get a free cruise and you get $500 in travel. Because they're just going, whoa, who even are you? Like, you turn into some crazy psycho if you join a cult. Have a real heart-to-heart conversation, just like you would if you saw them in person. How do you normally hang out with them? Be a human first, and show that you care before you introduce this. So if I was messaging Kerry, because Kerry is my bestie, I'd be like, hey babe. Actually, I picked up the phone to Kerry, because I wouldn't message Kerry with something like this because she's my bestie. And I think I literally rang Kerry and I went, oh my God, this travel club, you're in. You have to join. But I had a heart-to-heart conversation with her. But you want to check in and find out where people are at and be honest. You know what? I joined this because financially, I actually need to make more money because I'm really struggling right now. Or I joined this because I haven't had a holiday for 5 years because I just can't afford this. Because vulnerability is the greatest form of courage. When you show up vulnerable, you give others permission to do the same. And when you are real and raw and authentic and you share your story from your heart, people will relate to that. It's relatable. Versus if you're in your head trying to sell it. Now, look, I'm going to say I'm probably one of the best salespeople that I know. And I'm freaking good at sales. And I can sell this 1,000 times a day. But not everybody has those sales skills. So don't try and sell it. It's the heart-to-heart conversations. And it's also reaching out to your people that you know are financially challenged, or that whatever their circumstances are, and actually say, and I'll just use Kerry, this isn't real, obviously, but just as an example, Kerry, look, I know that you guys are struggling financially, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. And that's why I joined, because I know that this is a way that we can get free. It might not happen overnight, but I know in my heart, like I'm really excited and, you know, I'm going to do this and I'd really love you to do this with me as well. I've got a girlfriend in real estate. She works her freaking ass off. Her and her husband have got a multi-million-dollar building company. She wants to retire him, which is why she's doing real estate. He hates her doing real estate because she works around the clock and he just wants her to be home to be able to, you know, be the wife and cook meals and, you know, do his clothes and help him out. But ultimately, they just want to travel full time. And so I had a heart-to-heart conversation with her and I said, babe, like, what's your number? What's your freedom number? What do you actually need for you two to both not have to work at all? And she said, well, we own a house and like financially, like we've got no debt. She said, well, really, I just need to make 10K a month. If I could make 10K a month, like I'm sweet. I said, well, honey, can you just give me 3 weeks? That's it. Just give me 3 weeks on this promo. Right now, we've got 8 days. So you would just say, I just need 8 days. Let's go hard for 8 days because what have you got to lose? But in those 8 days, if I can help you get 10, and then we help those 10 get their 10, which is 100, and we help those 100 get their 10, which is 1,000, guess what? Boom, you are at 10K a month. Their eyes nearly popped out of their head and they're like, are you freaking serious? Okay, that's it, we're in. And she has her husband's blessing and they're like, we're just going hard. So it's having those heart-to-heart conversations. And the other thing is don't try and do this on your own. Don't try and answer your own people's questions. Like that's where we're here to work as a team. Pop people in 3-way chats, you know, work together. Let us answer your questions. So I think that that's everything that I had on my list. Oh, I know that we've had more people jump on since we started. So just a massive welcome to all of our new members, all of our new family. We're just really honored and excited to have you on. So Chris, is there anything else that I've missed that we talked about that I had to share that I've forgotten?
Yeah, just on that one, yeah. I think Kylie's point there also is that you need to have that little conversation because there's no use pitching what you think is their needs when in actual fact it's not. So that's why you've got to be connected first, and then you can turn the conversation to what you feel is going to be their pain. Yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. Just like to welcome our lovely lady from America down here. I noticed it popped back out.
Hey, beautiful. High five, girlfriend.
Yeah, no, I'm exactly in the same frame of mind. I think that's fantastic, Kylie. Really awesome. Good.
Thanks, Dolan. Jeff, I know that you started this selling it and spamming people, and now you're having great success, and you were number 7 in our top 10 global recruiters, which is amazing. Just like real quick, have you got, you know, a 1-minute share that you want to
totally echo what Kylie's saying on social media. It's just starting to come across spammy, but I was also doing that in people's messages, you know, going direct, going, you know, too blunt, too much too soon. It's just overwhelm people. You know, when you go down the Coles checkout, you go down the aisle and you got to choose sugar. Sometimes I stand there and I just go, I don't know what to pick because there's too much information, right? There's too many choices. So we just got to lead with curiosity. We've got to build rapport. And more importantly, come back to the heart. And that was my challenge. I was too much in my head and I was too much just all about the business and just wanting to help. I wanted to just help my friends, but I was like an excited puppy dog. And I vomited.
A Labrador with that tail leaving a trail of destruction.
Word vomited all over everybody. And people ran for the hills. I scared them away. So yeah, just slow it down, come to the heart, and just focus on building relationship and build that relationship first. Even if you know the person before you go in and do the promo or the pitch, and just simply ask. When you've got that rapport and you've got that trust and you've got things that you can resonate on a heart-centered level, just ask, hey, do you love to travel? Or I know you love to travel. I've got something amazing you got to see. I've just stumbled across this awesome travel club. Would you like to check it out?
Yeah, perfect. Awesome, Jeff. Great share. Thanks, Dolan.
Yeah, other thing too, guys and team, is just to feel really confident in what you have. Yeah. We had a guy that knows everything about comp plans last night on a call, and he's just gone right through it. And he's go, that is a fantastic compensation plan right across the board. We know from what our experiences have been leaders that the actual product itself, as in the DreamTrips and stuff like that, is a fantastic product. So just have the confidence of what you're actually talking about is an absolutely shit hot piece of stuff we got together here.
Yeah.
So, and if you can be, if that comes across in your conversation, it gives them a lot of reassurance. And if you're sort of talking as if, oh, you know, I think it's pretty good, the back of house. I think the portal is really good. So what you got to do is just say it with confidence and just say, you know, this is absolutely a fantastic portal. It's a fantastic packages. It's a fantastic compensation plan. It can be worked flat out. It can be worked quietly. It can be worked after the hours. It can be worked while you got the kids at school. It can be worked wherever you want to make it work. It's just the best opportunity you're going to have in any business with a really low income of just $1 to get started. So it's not expensive. That's
and
the only
guys, on that too, that it's $1 so that they can check it out for 30 days. So the other thing is, if you've got those people, is to go, you know what, I've just joined, like it's $1, jump in and check it out. You know, we've had lots of people who are sharing amazing savings on hotels and cruises and all the rest of it, but that's why it's $1. Like, check it out for yourself. And what I've said to even a couple of people, I'm like, it's $1. I tell you what, if you jump in, it's not for you, cancel it. And I'll send you $10. I'll put it in your bank account for, you know, I'll 10 times your money for your time, because that's how confident that I am. But the other thing is, link them to us, because whilst you haven't been on a trip yet, you may not have made a booking yet. We all have. So that's why we have these team calls. That's why we have our Facebook group. And I just want to give you an analogy on that. And then I'm going to get Kerry to just share for 2 seconds. We all have a phone, right? So, the smart people have iPhones. I love all the people that don't, but you know, I'm an iPhone girl. What would happen, regardless of how amazing my iPhone is, what would happen if I didn't plug it in and charge it? Like, the battery goes flat, right? And it would die and then I can't use it. And it's the same with this. We've got to plug people into the system. We've got to plug people into the community. And that's popping them in the chat, popping them in our Facebook group, getting them on all of these calls, because they're probably not going to listen to you because they know all the stupid stuff that you've done, right? But they're going to jump on a call and it might be something that Chris says. They go, wow, like Chris said that. Or it might be something that Kerry says, like, oh, I really love what Kerry said about this. Or what's something that what Jess said, or something that I said. Or last night, we had some members who were brand new, who have like not even joined people, who haven't even been on a trip, but they jumped in the travel portal and they shared some amazing savings because they'd done some price comparisons. And it might be that story. So again, facts tell, stories sell, but by plugging them into the community and being part of these calls and in the Facebook group, they're seeing and feeling and experiencing the excitement and energy from our team. We will bring that. You just got to bring them in. That's your job, is just to bring them to the community, bring them to the information. Don't try to explain it. Don't be a tool. Point to the tools. Don't explain it. Get them to watch a video. Get them on a 3-way call. Get them in a 3-way chat, and let us do the heavy lifting for you. Kerry, our beautiful CLO, our Chief Love Officer, I'm so excited because Kerry is sitting at the airport because she's flying up here for a couple of days. So this is, and I'll get Kerry to share this. So Kerry has literally felt the urgency, knew being at home that she had all the distractions of, you know, cleaning and fiance and animals and all the things. So she's bought a plane ticket and flying up here so we can just be laser focused and build this, like, you know, beast mode. So, Kerry, I can see you've just turned your camera off, but there we go. So if you want to unmute and just share, and Kerry has the biggest heart. She's lots of fun. She's very different personality style to Chris and I. Would love you to share from your perspective, like what's important this next 8 days, why you're coming up here, and, you know, anything that you want to add, babe. And you just need to unmute. You don't have to be techie to do these, people.
Okay, so now the thing is, because I'm on my phone. And we've lost
your camera, babe.
I know, because I don't know how to do both. So you're just going to have to listen to me because I don't know how to do it on my phone.
That's okay. I'm going to share a picture of you just on the screen so people can see what you look like. Okay, go.
Thank you. So look, everybody has got things going on in their life. And for me, I'm working. I do have a big property, and I'm a Zumba instructor. We have Airbnb. So I knew that if I didn't take time out right now, to be laser focused on this, then I would look back and kick myself for not being 100% in and giving it my best shot, because I really do want this to make a difference in my life. And for Eamon, he doesn't want to be in his job going to Sydney all the time. He wants to be home. So spending time with Kylie, I'm investing in myself, but also I know that I'm going to get the coaching, but dedicated time that I absolutely need to build this business. And I know that Kylie's going to point me in the right direction and be there by my side. But literally what Chris and Kylie have said, you have to make the next 8 days count. I can only do it in small blocks of time. So I'm just all in for the next few days while I can, building this as much as I can, because I know when I get back, life is going to get back, back into normal again, and I'll only have small chunks. So I encourage everybody, as Kylie said, just to cut out the fluff, because that's what we're going to do this weekend, and just concentrate on reaching out. I love to help people. That's my focus. And I will be having those heart-to-heart conversations, which I always have. And that's why people have come back, because they know, love and trust the person that's talking to them. So just go out there and get it done.
Oh, did everyone just fall in love with Kerry? Like, oh my goodness, Kerry has the biggest heart. And look, I am so freaking blessed that I literally have, my besties are all in this with me. It's amazing. Like, Kerry and I have been friends for a long time. Jeff and I have been friends for a long time. Chris is like my work husband. Like, I think he's my soul twin. My other bestie, Kath, is in. Like, oh my goodness. Like, I just feel so blessed that I get to do this with the people who I love. Kerry and I had the most amazing time in Santorini together. In October last year. We had 6 of us who went to Hawaii. So we had Jeff and Chris and myself, and it was just the best trip. Like, it was amazing, but it was amazing because we did it together. And I've traveled outside of Dream Trips, and I've traveled extensively. I've traveled around the world, and I've got to tell you, there is no better way to travel than on a dream trip. Like, it is chalk and cheese when you travel on your own versus being on a dream trip. It is traveling like a VIP rock star. And once you've traveled that way, you'll be spoiled for life. You'll never want to travel any other way. And, even to be able to build this business with your friends and to be able to help and support your family and friends, this truly is an incredible gift that's changing lives and blessing lives all over the world. So guys, thank you so much for jumping on today. I really appreciate your time. And I just want to quickly open up in the chat. Did anyone have any final questions that they wanted to ask before we wrap up the call? Anyone?
The other thing to do too, maybe, is if you partner up with one of the people that's in your team and work as a peer,
accountability buddy, running buddy,
and start motivating each other. And that just sort of and you go back and forwards. 20 minutes later, you ring up and say, "Oh, I spoke to 3 people." 10 minutes
and
later,
Chris and I do that throughout the day. He's like, "How many have you got?" And we're like competing with each other all day. Like, it's fun, but it's competitive. So what we might do, Melissa, can you do 2 things for me? So this is Melissa, everyone. Just wave, Melissa, so they can all see you. Melissa is our team VA, our admin angel, and oh my goodness, the person who's keeping us all sane right now and trying to pick up the pieces as we're off trailblazing, leaving a trail of destruction for Melissa to try and organize in our path. So what I'll get you to do, Melissa, 2 things in our Facebook group. Can you do a questions post? So that way, if you do have questions at any time, I know our chat's pretty crazy and it's gone pretty fast, and that's okay. But still put your questions in the chat. But if you're not getting your questions answered, pop them into the questions post, and Melissa will tag everybody. And that way we'll make sure Melissa will keep an eye on that thread. And that way we can make sure that all of your questions get answered. And if we don't already have a video or a training tool for your question, we will create one, because obviously that's what we're doing as we go. So that was the first one, was questions. What was the second one? Oh, running buddy. So if you want a running buddy, we'll do a second post that has running buddy or accountability buddy. And it doesn't matter if they're not in your actual personal team, you can work with anyone. So you can link arms with somebody that you feel, so just in that, just say, hey, my name's Kylie. I live on the Whitsundays. This is my goal. I'm a single mum, you know, blah, blah, blah. Do a little bit of intro. And, you know, I would love a running buddy, and also put like what you want in a running buddy, like, and what your goal is for the next 8 days. Like, I want to put in 100 people in the next 8 days, or I want to put 5 people in the next 8 days, or I just want to be able to get my 4 to get my fees waived. And that way we can help connect people to create those running buddies. So thanks, Chris. I think that's absolutely amazing. So Mira, that is a really great question, hun. Thank you for asking that. So Mira has said, thanks for the inspiration. Really needed that, because I do have to say, I find it a bit hard. What's she doing now is other people's opinions about me. And guys, I get it. There are a lot of people who've done a lot of different things, and they're like, oh God, now you're in the next thing. Like, seriously, like, you know, and it is hard, especially if you have been in another company or two in the past. So Mira, for you personally, I would be just being authentic and saying, look, and obviously I won't mention the name of the company, but I absolutely love the company that I'm with. I absolutely love the products that I'm with. I know that they can change lives. But to be really honest with you, financially, I've been doing this for a freaking long time, and it's just not paying me the income that I need. But I've been following this leader who's, you know, me in this company. She has, you know, what she's created with this is incredible. As you know, I really do want to travel. And, you know, I know I probably shouldn't do both, but I'm actually torn. You know, I love my products of my other company from a health perspective, but I also really want to travel. So the other one might not have been your thing. So maybe this is, but hey, you know, there's no judgment. If you want to be part of it, like, I think this is amazing. I've introduced my daughter to this because she hates my other company. This, she's really excited about. So I'm really helping to support her with this and to build her business. But I also know that most people struggle in my other business because they don't have that health background. They struggle to be able to share that. But everybody loves travel. And hey, who doesn't want to save on travel? So I'm really focused on this for the next 8 days while it's still $1, because I want to help as many of my family and friends come in for $1. But most importantly, 6 months from now, when we get our free cruise, I want to sort of go on a cruise together, because that's really exciting. So if you kind of come again, see how it's just being really honest and authentic, that's the key. And the other thing that we were doing when I had Kath here the other day, we just went up onto Facebook and we just looked at who all of our mutual friends were and went, okay, 6 months from now, we're going on a cruise. Who do we want to go on a cruise with? And we basically just went through that list and we just rang them and we went, hey. And so Kath would ring and she'd be like, hey, and they'd be like, hey, Kath, because she rang. They knew it was Kath. And I'd be like, hey, whatever your name is, it's KickAss Kylie. They would just go, oh gosh, what are you two doing together? What are you two up to? How many wines have you had? And we're like, hey, we just wanted to ask you a really important question. Like, okay, what's that? What are you doing 6 months from now? And of course they go, what? What do you mean, what am I doing 6 months from now? I don't know what I'm doing 6 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes from now. And I'd be like, well, we're going on a cruise in 6 months. And we were just sitting down thinking, let's get a really cool group of people together to go on this cruise. Like, who else would we want to come on this cruise? And you're one of the first people on our list. So we just thought we'd ring and ask you and see, do you want to come on a cruise with us? And they're like, hell yeah. If you two are going on a cruise, I'm coming on a cruise. We're like, awesome. And they're like, where are we cruising to? Well, we don't know yet. We haven't actually picked a cruise. We just wanted to get our group together first, and then we're going to go on a cruise. Okay, fantastic. I said, okay, so it's a lay-by system for the cruise. It's literally, you got to pay $1 today. And then, you know, there's a monthly amount. And then in 6 months' time, you get to do your cruise. There's a whole heap more to it that we want to share with you. But right now, we're just going to sign you up for $1. I'm going to send you a video so you know what you've signed up for, but you trust us, you know us, you can upgrade, downgrade, cancel at any time. But right now, let's just get you in, okay? And they're just like, I don't even know what you guys are signing me up for, but yep, I'm in. And so we would just literally send them the link. And it was like literally like a 2-minute conversation. Like, that was it. And like, Kath's now put 10 people in this in like 2 days. And she's freaking busy because she's got a real estate business. She's supporting her husband in the building business. They've got visitors coming up, like their full-time life, you know, all the things. But she's been able to do this in pockets of her time. And now she's done her announcement post, because everyone knows Kath loves to travel. She's got people reaching out to her. So guys, we overcomplicate this business. Keep it simple. It's easy, and it's fun. And remember, we build this business with love and integrity. You don't have to sell it. You don't have to make promises that you can't keep. Just be real, be raw, be authentic. And if you need help, we're here to support you. So reach out to us. All right, guys. Love you all. I'm so excited. Let's go rock it this weekend and let's smash that top 10 leaderboard. Oh, and one last thing. There are 5 spots left on the Fraser Island trip. All of us leaders will be on that Fraser trip. The owners are flying in. Mark and Tammy Smith will be on that trip. Book it, book it, book it, book it, book it. If you can, go into your back office. Up the top, you've got all the banners. Just click the book your Discover. It'll show you the Discover trips. So Fraser Island is the 21st to the 24th of June, but you like literally would need to book it like today or tomorrow, or it's going to be gone. Then we've also got Kerry, Kath and I are doing the Dubai Discover trip, which is on the iconic QE2, which is in September. So if you can't make the Fraser trip for whatever reason, then hey, come to Dubai with us, because that's going to be crazy and amazing as well.
Come and crash my honeymoon.
I
worked it out.
Kerry's honeymoon. I love it. We'll let you guys go do your thing and we'll just do our thing, and then we'll come together and we'll all do our thing.
I'm thinking sending Sarah to Dubai with you so you can have an all girls trip.
Oh, wow. That would be good. Well, there's Eamon. There'll be boys too, but yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, have a super smiley, sensational Saturday. Let's go smash it, and make sure that you reach out if you need any help or support. Love you guys. See ya.